we stand and say the flag salute, please? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we'll call the regular meeting to order. And do I hear a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Is there any discussion? Okay, we'll take a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? 4-0, Janet. Okay, could I hear a motion for the approval of the consent agenda?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Was that you, Kevin?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Is there any discussion? I have a correction for the minutes. Janet, on my report, we just need to line out "Herbal said," is the fourth line down. That was taken out of the minutes from the November the 27th, where it says, "Correct me if I'm wrong." Kevin Burkholder said that. Just line out "Herbal said."
Oh, okay,
That's all you need to do.
okay.
And then on page 2, I'd like to have an explanation of the street cop training for $299. Who
Are
did
you on the
that?
warrants now? The minutes are good, okay.
Oh, yeah, the minutes are good, Janet. Unless somebody else had a correction. Okay, then on page 2, down at the bottom, it says street cop training, $299. What is that for?
Is that some training one of your
Yeah,
officers
it's
went
a
to?
training that Aaron's going to next April, maybe. I don't remember exactly when the class is, but it's sometime next year. And it's just part of we're required to have 40 hours of continuing education training, and that's part of that.
And we pay for it this far in advance? This is December?
That group that puts on classes, their classes fill up quick. And so he was at a canine training and some of the canine guys were telling him that this class was available, and so.
Okay. Then on page 3, there's 2 charges, one to Mexican restaurant and the other one to Lakeside Liquor. Would you explain that, Janet, please?
Yes, one of our employees made a mistake and used the wrong credit card. The city's reimbursed.
Okay, so they have been reimbursed. Okay, thank you. And then on page 4, there is a purchase of a Glock 47.
That's a PD.
That would be
Is that
Glock.
the over one they sent?
Yeah,
They sent one too many up.
I'm
Or
sorry.
is that our last one we got?
that was the last one we got in, but we delayed paying it because
Delayed it.
they messed up and sent us 2.
That's, you're right, you're right.
Do we have an inventory of the firearms?
Yeah.
We keep one.
Yeah.
Zach has inventory,
Okay.
serial numbers, everything.
All right. And then on page 5, it says removal and reinstall monument. What monument was that?
Is it headstone?
At
A
the
headstone.
cemetery, just a private, like Kim's? Okay. And I think that is it. Does anybody else have any questions? If not,
I had one on page 4, but I talked with Brogan about it earlier. It was about 3/4 of the way down to that commutro or something like that, but it's something to do with that 2257. He said that. Yeah, it was stuff to do with the water pump.
Yeah, pumps and actuators.
That was the only one I had.
okay. No one else has any questions? We'll take a vote on the agenda. The approval of the consent agenda. Those all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? 4-0. Okay, Margot, you and Brogan are up for the MEDI.
The library is going to, have the billboard at Walton and put up about their award, their, best library in Kansas award. And they're gonna run that for 2 months. And we'd like to, use bed tax money and pay for a 3rd month for them, because we really think this is a big deal. And so, the merchants voted on it and passed it, and it went to MEDI, and they voted on it and passed it. It would be $400 to pay for the 3rd month. It's seen by, 4,500 people a day.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Do I hear a motion to approve this?
So moved.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Any more discussion?
When's that gonna go up, Margot?
It will go up about the middle of January, the way it's worked out. I have to make sure the previous people get their full month,
Yep.
and it comes out to about the 15th. But we'll make sure the library gets
Yeah,
3 full
sure,
months as well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Are you sure everybody's looking at that billboard? I think they're looking for the cop.
Do they have that fake cop there still?
No,
I don't know, we get a lot of comments on that billboard, Jerry, and it's not a bad deal. We used to contract with that individually with the company about 30 years ago, and it was $400 a month at that time. And then Chingawassa started contracting it for the whole year and got the break on it and passed it on. But now it's kind of worked its way back up to $400 a month, but that's, I mean, if you did it individually, there's no way it was still $400 a month with the company,
well, I
so.
think it's nice you let Peabody have it too,
Well, they,
you know.
it helps them, it helps us, so, I just put it out there that it's available and first come, first served. Except for our standing, events, we take care of them, make sure they get on there, yeah.
Okay, we have a motion to approve the $400. All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, 0, 4 to 0. Okay, counselors, department and staff report. Jerry, do you have anything?
I do, I wanna know, I come by today. Brogan, what happened to KP&P in one of our
Solar.
KPP,
KPP? What happened, are we gonna get those?
the solar panels?
Yeah, solar.
So, yeah, they've been by to do their surveys, at least one, I don't know if the second crew made it in yet or not. So they're still in their stages, we're still in to get them done. What you guys are gonna have to do, beginning of January, is rezone and vacate all the alleys and streets inside that plat. We're trying to see if they would flag it out a little bit, and they finally sent us a map that shows where they wanna put it, so we know exactly what we have to vacate.
So are they gonna put it south of Dollar General and east, west?
North of the transfer station.
Oh, that's right.
That's why that's
That's
having
right, I
rezoned.
forgot about that.
So,
That was on my list too, Jerry.
Oh, okay, nobody will see
Mark
it
that
down
off.
there.
Yep, would be perfect spot.
So they'll let you know and the new council will take action on that then.
so we wanted to know where it was gonna go, cause we own more, depending on where they shifted it, some streets you wouldn't have to vacate, or, so we're trying to get an idea of where we could put it, and how far over we can shift it, and what we have to vacate and everything else.
That is plotted for streets and alleys
Oh,
and
yeah,
that?
there used to be
There's a
stuff
lot of
down in
things
there
that
where
apply
it's
to-
houses.
There's a lot of, when you go and look.
So you have to do all the vacations and the rezoning.
There's a lot. of
It'll be
stuff
like an all-in-one.
Farm ground.
So,
Kevin, do you have anything?
At the last meeting, when Roger Hannaford came and talked about having the pickleball courts
Yes.
made into that tennis court, I did go to Clay Center in Wamego and looked at what they did. The ones Wamego did were probably a little bit more fitting because they used existing tennis courts, and I talked to a couple of my customers up there, and they said that I think they put in 6 pickleball courts, and they said that theirs are busy all the time. So I've put a few contacts out there trying to come up with some pricing and stuff, because we need about 300 foot of fencing. The way I went up there and looked at ours, I think if you took out the west, either one, but my thought was take out the west tennis court, and then if you go on the southwest side of that, you could put 3 pickleball courts, because your tennis courts ran north and south, so then you could put your pickleball courts going in east and west, and just have to put a fence down and utilize your existing fencing that's around the perimeter, and then you just put 3 sections of fence in the middle, and you'll be able to get 3 pickleball courts in there. So I was getting some pricing put together, but that entails like 40 holes having to be drilled through the tennis court, so like that was gonna be like $2,600 for a company to come
Talk with
drill those.
Darren Neufeld at EBH, he's got a core machine,
Okay,
so.
and I haven't heard back on some of the other stuff, but I was just trying, hopefully by the next meeting I'd have some stuff put together on that, but.
So it will fit the opposite direction
Yep.
of what the tennis courts will.
It's not quite as much space, like if you look online, you know, they say the recommendation for the space around the pickleball court, I think is 30 by 60, and the court itself, I think, is 20 by 40, but going across that way gives us 56 feet, so you'd be a little bit short on the ends, but, you know, the actual playing surface would be
Yep.
the legit size, you'd just be a little bit short on that end, that way it wouldn't interfere with it'd be the east tennis court,
Yeah.
so that would still leave 1 tennis court and give you 3 pickleball courts, if it worked out, because to get the 3rd court is only 2 more pieces of fence and another net, so.
Okay, so we're going to have to buy 3 new nets and put the fence down to separate the courts, is that correct?
And what most of them did, and I contacted, Gary from, what's the name of his company, Kansas General Wire, they did all the fencing around the football stadium with that black chain link fence, and most of them on the pickleball courts, you just put a 4-foot high fence, so you're not going real tall, and then that existing fence, you know, would be on the west and the south border is the 10-foot high or whatever, because you just utilize what you have. So, but anyway, hopefully I'll have that, a little bit, some more numbers put together by the next meeting.
Thank you. Zach, do you have
I don't
anything?
have any more.
The only thing I have is I have a question. We have extra funds. Let me just turn back here. We have over $2 million in the checking account at Central National Bank. And I'm wondering why we don't take some of these extra funds and put them in an interest earning account. Right now, the banks are paying a little over 5%. We're always hollering about, we wanna build our reserve up. This would be a good way to add to it. Is there a reason, Brogan, is there a reason that we don't invest this money?
That's something that
Short-term?
council has to do.
Well, I know, but it has to be brought to the council. Somebody has to bring it to the council.
It's-
Right now, Marion National offers a 6 month and a 12-month. And they're offering, on the 12-month, their APY would be 5.04, and on the 6 month special, it's 5.15. So I'm saying, why can't we invest $1 million for 6 months and earn some money?
I don't know if I'd go for $1 million, but.
I mean,
Well,
I don't disagree to look into it.
Well,
You gotta remember though, right, if we invest that today, a tornado strikes tomorrow, we can't have access to that money.
But we
If it's a
do.
CD.
On the CD, you can break those, you may lose
Just
the
get a
interest, but
penalty.
we haven't really lost anything, because we haven't gained anything on it. I mean, I break my CDs if I need it, and just pay the penalty. So that's something to think about, Judge Powers. Okay. Did somebody find that funny?
They were
I laughed at
joking.
you saying Judge Powers.
Oh, well, that's how I know
Just-
you. Okay. Is there anybody in the public that would like to make a
You
comment?
got department staff reports.
Oh.
too.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing from the police department.
Steve,
Good.
who else is here?
Margaret.
Margot. How could I forget Margot?
I was pleased to discover, there's a new business opening downtown. I discovered it on Facebook. I shared it on my page and everybody was like, oh my gosh, you know, very excited and happy to see that happening. It's somebody that has been doing this out of their home, and it's a clothing business. And I think she's gonna just be open 2 or 3 days a week, but that's great. It's where the day spa was, on the corner there. The other thing I've got going is the new county health department conditional use permit public hearing will be on January 30th at 6 p.m.
Is that still up there by the?
Where the old food
Yeah, the
bank
old-
was. Mhm.
Gotcha, the
Yeah.
old Donnie's old gas station up there.
Okay, did I miss any staff?
Janet and Brogan.
Brogan and Jan, how could I forget
You
you
have
two?
anything, Janet?
No.
I just have a couple things. The bids open today for the demolition, those will be in your packet January 8th. James will be back for that. So those will be in there. And then a couple other things will be, this is my last meeting with you guys, January 8th, I won't be here. So if there's anything you guys need me, call me. If there's anything you want me to line up or get ready for anything, so. Other than that, I think that's about it. Pretty slow, we put a freeze, no spending through the end of the year, so pretty quiet.
Okay, thank you. Now I guess we'll do the comments from the public. Is there anybody that would like to speak?
Yes. My
Come
name's
forward
Donald.
and state your name, please.
Donald Wilson.
Okay.
I was here in October concerning the property at 202 Miller that was coming up, and told me to come back, be here today to see the progress that it made. The rest of Mr. Masters is not here, so
Yeah.
that kind of just leaves me at a standstill here.
Brogan, do you know what's going on with that property?
Yeah, I know parts of what's going on with the property. He was off today. If you need him, I believe he's back middle of next week, I believe. So, from what I've understood, talking to James, looking at the property, the cistern is gone,
Yes.
but the back stairway and that haven't been repaired
Yes, they
yet.
have.
They are now?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, this has been at least a week and a half ago since we were by.
Yeah, no, the stairs are
The,
completely gone.
the stairs were
All
gone when I went by the other day.
Okay.
I noticed that as well.
So, best thing I would say is contact him first. Obviously, he's the one who's more in depth with this. I believe he's back next Wednesday,
Okay.
but I can get you that information for sure. I just gotta check my calendar.
Okay.
But, and then he will tell how we're proceeding, or you should have it all. Yeah, I mean,
Can you make sure that's an agenda item on that
on the
next
8th,
council
yep,
meeting to?
yep. It's
have
already on there
A
for
progress, I know we've got the bid opening, but a
Progress
progress
report
update
before
from
it.
James as well.
Yeah, let's just do it before, that way.
Where we're at.
You can
Yeah.
do quick work. Exactly.
Okay.
So it'll be January 8th.
Okay. Be here January 8th?
I would, if I were you. If you can, I would. You don't have to be, obviously, but if you can, I would.
I'll make sure I am.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I have, as far as I know, I've done everything he requested. I've got the stairs completely down, I've got it all completely blocked off from the upstairs. Cistern's completely gone, filled in.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know
Saw that one.
what else I can do for the.
I'll send him over there when he gets back too.
Okay.
Check it out. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Y'all have a great day.
Is there anybody else that would like to speak?
And I do have his card, so I'll just give him a call probably Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you.
So I had a question for the council or Brogan, one of the two. Is the mayor being represented by Jennifer Hill personally or as city?
I have no idea.
And the reason I bring this question up is because we're reimbursing him for travel to attorneys, but is he doing that as city official business or as private?
She's representing the city of Marion.
She's representing the city's insurance company, not the actual city itself. Brian Bean is our attorney.
Brian
And
Bean is who he went to see
he went down to Jennifer Hill's office in Wichita as well, and we reimbursed him for that.
with Brian Bina.
Okay. So, but you don't know if he's being represented?
Other than that, I have no idea.
Okay. Well, hopefully we get that information, we'll figure out a few other things in the long run.
thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I moved to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
Okay, any more discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion carried, 4-0.